Hey guys, welcome to Lowdown.
On this episode, we interviewed Outdated View, we hung out with the music producer as well as a DJ.
All this and more on this episode of Lowdown.
Hey homies, I'm Riley. We're so excited to be back and I hope you guys missed us as much as we missed you. Also, I bet you're wondering who this chick is next to me. This is my new co-host, Kelly.
Hey everyone, I'm so excited to be joining the Lowdown team. I could never replace Adam. He was an amazing co-host, but I promise I'll be bringing you guys more great musicians and artists to the show every episode.
We're happy to have you. Two redheads hosting. This is about to be the best season yet. You better watch out, Akron.
Ginger power, am I right?
Hey, absolutely. Hey Kelly, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a senior here at the university. I'm a media production major and also one of the music directors for Z88. So I'm so excited to be co-hosting a show that focuses on arts and music.
Well, it's a good thing you like art and music because you're going to fit in right here on Lowdown.
That's good to hear. First up, Riley went and hung out with Outdated View, a local upcoming band who really know how to rock.
Yes, they sure do. I had a blast. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Jake. I play bass.
Hi, I'm Matt. I play rhythm guitar and I sing.
I'm Drew. I play drums.
I'm Shuby. I play lead guitar. We started recording the demo in our friend's basement, and then he actually did a whole construction on that, and he built it from scratch, which was actually pretty cool. And then after our first demo was done, actually flooded in the basement. So he said he's moving into this house and that we're at now. And yeah, recorded it in here. I think within 2 or 3 months, was it? Something like that.
Yeah, it didn't take too long.
Yeah, didn't take too long.
Just a 5-song demo. Just get our name out there pretty much.
Yeah, it's a collection of songs that really kind of represents us as a band, our sound, and what we're going for.
We would quote ourselves as blues rock, but we've been steering away from that. Like a blues hard rock, I guess you could say almost sometimes.
Indie rock, blues, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like
These new songs you got, it's pretty.
the main focus of the group's sound is blues, but we like to not just be straightforward blues band like you've heard it before, you can hear it again anytime, but kind of dabbling with different kinds of genres of rock and roll music, but with definitely those blues influences and vibes incorporated. So we've been playing together for a little over a year. Yeah, about a year and a half. It was right before Thanksgiving in 2014 is when we started playing. I mean, a lot of us, we relate on different songs and different styles, but a lot of us have kind of are brought up on different groups, you know?
No doubt. I think we all have our own distinct voice musically, whether it's
We all bring something to the table.
no doubt. We all have our own
Just-
favorite players and favorite bands.
Nice.
But in a great way, it just kind of all comes together in a
we
very nice way.
We try and take an element from the things that we liked,
Yeah,
and
no
we
doubt.
put it into what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to create a new sound with it.
Yeah.
The goal now really is to grow, to get our name out there. You know, we want to start having shows where it's not just a handful of our friends and a few other people at the venue coming out to see us, but we want to start seeing shows where there's hundreds of people, and really just kind of building off of that to continue to keep writing awesome songs and just building the name Outdated View.
Those guys sounded great and they seem like a lot of fun to hang out with.
I couldn't believe they've only been playing together for a year. They were such a tight-knit group of guys who played some really good music.
Awesome stuff. Next up, Sarah's going to take us to WZIP, Akron's student-run radio station, so we can really see what it takes to be a DJ.
It was really cool watching someone being live on the radio. She also got a couple of call-ins when we were there, and that was fun to watch too. You guys will see for yourself.
Hi guys, I'm yours truly, Yanni. I am a junior here at the University of Akron, and I am a radio DJ for WZIP Z88. I got started with WZIP last spring in 2015. I had a teacher for radio TV writing named Nancy Sinnings, and she saw a lot of what I was writing and what I wanted to do in my future, which was be a radio DJ for Hot 107.9 down in Atlanta, Georgia. And she saw me write about it so much that she was just like, you should come work up here at WZIP. She was the director up here, and she suggested that I come up here and be a DJ. My first experience on air was really interesting because it was like I wrote everything down word for word. Now I kind of like freestyle it. I got on air and my mom was listening all the way in Las Vegas, and I was so nervous, and everything was like, it went like a little crazy, but it was like almost perfect. Looking back on it, it was like a really good first try. My favorite part of DJing is probably the interaction with people. I'm a people person. I don't think you could do this job without being a people person, just because people are gonna want to call in and put in requests for you. So the most challenging part about this program, I guess, would just be the time. Once you get everything done and you know what you have to do when you come in here, the only thing is time. It's like, okay, how much time I have left? Oh my gosh, I'm almost done. Oh, I only have 30 seconds. You know, so it's like just figuring out. It has improved my people skills. Before I was doing this, I was kind of a loner, you know. Up here, this is like a communications like place. Everybody here is a communications major or something connected to it. And because I was such a loner, because I wasn't really like doing stuff in my major yet, I didn't know a lot of people. And when you come up here and it's like really what you want to do, like you meet people who are like just like you, and so it just improves how you interact with people, and just the people you meet is just really cool. So I guess it just kind of affected a lot of my life actually. So my future plans are to go to Georgia or anywhere just that like I can enjoy. I really want to go to Atlanta, Georgia, work for Hot 107.9, become a radio DJ, and maybe even a TV personality. I feel like I can do that too. And I just kind of want to do that for the rest of my life. I feel like people who start off in radio end up venturing out to a lot of different areas. Like it's not just like one thing. Like I want to also DJ parties. I want to know how to do, turntables. I want to do a lot of different things, and I feel like I can because I have the work ethic, and I just plan on having a lot to do with music in the future. So 5 years from now, I really do plan on you seeing my face more often.
Wow, she makes that look so easy.
Yeah, and Yanni was super nice too. Good times. Kelly, I have to say, this has been fun so far. I think you can stick around.
I'm so glad you said that because I'm having such a blast hosting with you, and you haven't teased me once about being a ginger.
I think you deserve to take us to our first commercial break.
I'm honored. All right, everyone, the show is just getting started. We're gonna take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
We just all remember the bad taste that was left in our mouth after the tournament game, and we use that as motivation every day to get back and make sure we finish first this year.
I want to go out a winner. I want to go out a champion with a ring, get back to the NCAA tournament.
We're back. I missed saying that. Well, I'm Riley.
And I'm Kelly. Riley, you're such a pro at this whole hosting thing.
Oh, stop. You are a natural.
Well, let's just agree that we both rock at this.
Okay, touche. Anyways, it's not a Lowdown show without an art segment.
Emily takes us to the Box Gallery at Summit Art Space, where some local artists are putting a cool spin on the typical gallery experience.
Well, the Box Gallery is actually a project of a group called Artists of Rubber City, and the gallery has been here since 2009. Before that, it was elsewhere. I can't remember exactly where, but so it's been in Summit Art Space since 2009, and it's just an artist-run gallery, mostly volunteers just come together, artists that want to support other artists and have a nice space to show their work in.
Well, the gallery committee was trying to figure out some shows for the year, and I had seen a show a number of years ago at the university in the Meyer Gallery where they had various people in the community bring in their personal collections, not necessarily art collections. I thought it'd be interesting to see what our artist members actually collect.
We got the Artists of Rubber City together and we said, hey, we know you have some really great art in your collection, so why don't you lend it to us and we'll put together a show. So it's a way to kind of promote collecting art and also supporting local artists that are in Akron.
Surprisingly, there's a fair number of pieces from artists who either are not in the area or are not well known, but not surprisingly, a number of artists collect each other's work. So I have 3 pieces in the show, 2 of which are from other artists nearby, and the third one is one that I saw in a show in another gallery.
It's a really wide array of media. We have ceramicists, we have painters, printmakers, jewelers, metalsmiths, all kinds of stuff. It's really not just one type of artist. Well, we have a schedule on our website, artistsofrubbercity.org. We have about 8 exhibitions each year, so it really just depends on how the year lays out. And we have opening receptions on Friday nights, and we keep those shows usually run 4 to 6 weeks. Something that's kind of interesting that we're doing this year is we're doing 2 senior shows from the Myers School of Art. So we'll have 2 students showing their artwork here as part of their degree to get their BFAs. So keep an eye out for that because we obviously want to support the University of Akron also.
That's such a cool concept. I love that the artists had a space to showcase their favorite work without having to worry about trying to make a sale.
I love that we keep art alive here in Akron. It's something I hope never ends.
I agree. And I'm so jealous of Shannon's next segment because she got to do something so exclusive and legit, and I do not use the word legit about just anything.
Shannon takes us to Cleveland for the premiere of the HBO show called Vinyl. She met up with some of the actors as well. You can't miss this.
Hey everyone, so I'm headed up to Cleveland to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to get an exclusive interview with PJ Byrne and JC McKenzie of HBO's new hit show, Vinyl. So what kind of research did you guys do for these roles?
You want to start it? Do it.
I read 5 books.
Yes.
I asked Martin Scorsese's assistant to give me some
that guy,
ideas
yeah.
about research that I might have at my fingertips because I knew nothing about the music industry in the early 70s. So I read 5 different books and watched a series of documentaries to get a feel for what was going on in the industry back in the early 70s, which was pretty enlightening and slightly frightening. But it adds to the kind of Scorsese-esque, and you now know why he picked it based on because it's very furtive and dark and. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
No, you did great. I thought that was wonderful. I did the same thing. I read the same books you read.
So you guys said you worked with Martin Scorsese before with Wolf of Wall Street and Aviator.
Yeah.
So what's it like compared to working on a movie with him versus TV with him?
Go ahead,
PJ.
It's very good.
He's terrific. Look, the great thing, it's very similar actually. It's like a Martin Scorsese set is a Martin Scorsese set, whether it's TV or film or even radio. You know, but the beauty of Martin Scorsese is like those great iconic coaches, I always say. So if you're a great coach that went through the University of Akron, they give their players like the confidence to go out and like, catch the big touchdown or hit the big shot. And so when we're out there, doing our stuff, if Marty came up to me and said, listen, PJ or JC, I think you're going to make a great Margaret Thatcher. Like, you really believe that JC will go out to win an Oscar for being Margaret Thatcher. Fact.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's, I think guys like you should follow Martin Scorsese around on set and watch him work with actors, and that should be taught to every director attempting to want to work with actors, because he is flawless in terms
Truly.
of his ability to let as PJ says, you just have this utter confidence and you don't feel like you can make a mistake, and even if you do, he often ends up using it, because it adds to the authenticity of human beings not getting everything necessarily correct and perfect.
Right.
Everything is in Hollywood is like perfect and smooth, and it's got to be, with him it's all muddy like life, so it's great.
No one's a rock star by accident.
Well, I have one more question.
Do it.
So the show is called Vinyl.
Yes.
What was your guys' first vinyl?
Great
Like,
question. I know mine was I know exactly. It was REM, the Green album.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm a little older. Alice Cooper, Dead Babies.
Nice.
Yeah.
And not a feel good record.
Dead babies.
Yeah.
Can't take things off the shelf.
Yeah. Change professions.
There's the air guitar.
Yeah, there you go.
We got
You
it.
did
We got it on tape.
Without knowing.
It's not too often that we get invited to actual HBO premieres, so I'm so happy that Shannon got to go.
Yeah, great job, Shannon. Way to represent Lowdown up there in Cleveland.
Up next, Mike talks with a professional music producer about all the ins and outs of producing a great song. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Jordan Hall. I'm a former DJ and current producer of electronic dance music. It is a subgenre of electronic music consisting of house, trap, and rave music. What inspires me in general is just seeing people, how happy they get when they listen to electronic music and how much energy gets put into them. And it's almost like no other genre on the planet of music, in my opinion. I've been writing music since about my sophomore year of high school. I've been avidly dabbling in it since then. I was more active during my high school days, but now since I have a full-time schedule, I don't have much time to work on it. Some difficulties and obstacles that I had during the process of making my music was learning the software. The software is very intricate and actually designed for professionals, so learning it through YouTube tutorials and just teaching myself was a very difficult task. My dream job would be working at Google because I am going to school for computer engineering, but I love doing this as a hobby, so this is something I probably want to pursue as freelancer on the side during my career in the future. I would, in my off time, make music on a program called Fruity Loops, or FL Studios it's currently known. I ran a band camp in high school where I provided music to basically the people I went to school with. I had quite a lot of music I comprised during that time, and I continue to expand my library every day.
Awesome segment, Mike. We haven't had anything like that on here yet.
Production is something that I feel like no one really thinks about when listening to music, so great job.
So Kelly, how do you like hosting Lowdown so far?
It's been great so far. I've already learned so much about local art and music, and I've had so much fun hanging out with everyone on the team.
Oh yay, this is gonna be great. Well, it's time for our last commercial break, but don't go anywhere because we have way more stuff coming your way.
Akron After Hours. How do I begin to describe the After Hours team? The After Hours team is flawless.
I hear that their hair's insured for $10,000.
I hear they do car commercials. In Japan, their favorite movie is The Room.
One time they met Shia LaBeouf on a plane, and he said he liked their sketches.
One time, they punched me in the face. It was awesome.
Welcome back to Lowdown. We have a couple more interviews that I can't wait for you guys to see.
We gained a few new members this semester, and they are doing a really awesome job. Some of these segments are completely new for Lowdown, so hats off to you guys.
Speaking of new segments, I did my very first interview for the show ever last week. But first, let's see what Taylor has in store for us.
My name is Stuart Collingwood, and I play guitar and pretty much anything else with strings. I started playing guitar when I was 7. I got my first guitar on my 7th birthday. My dad took me into the basement to look at his old record collection a few months before I turned 7, and he started playing old records, and I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. Hearing all the old cool guitar sounds, so yeah. I started giving lessons in 2008. The job I had at the time, I was working in a sports bar, and my hours kept getting cut over and over again, and I was down to like 2 days a week. I was at a friend's house one night, and he asked me to teach him how to play something on the guitar, and so I taught him, and while I was teaching him, other people approached, and they expressed interest, and so I decided, build a small schedule and start teaching these people. And then other people, through word of mouth, other people wanted to start learning, so I started charging, and within a few months I was able to quit my job and just do lessons full time. And now I not only teach guitar, I've also taught people how to play the ukulele, the banjo, the mandolin, the bass guitar even. I've recorded pretty much I have 24 instruments in here, 25 if you count the piano. Not all of them are guitars. So I've written and recorded pretty much any kind of music you can think of. My more random instruments, this is called a Merlin guitar. It's made in Canada. Instrument was just invented about a year and a half, 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. What's interesting about it is all the frets on the neck are not equidistant, and you get this cool kind of medieval folk sound.
I took guitar lessons once, but didn't stick with it. I mean, I can still pluck out some chords, but I wish I could actually play. That's so cool that he can play so many different styles.
Learning to play guitar definitely takes some serious dedication, and he's not only a crazy talented player, but wants to use his talent to teach others, and I think that's great.
Definitely awesome. Man, this went by really fast. Kelly, we're officially on our last part of the show.
Already? Whoa. Well, before we go, we have one last interview I want to share with you. I talked with a local band called the Three-Legged Chairs in the WZIP studio, and not only did they sound great, but they had a lot of interesting insights about keeping up with being in a band while still being in high school. I hope you enjoy it. Tonight I'm joined by Three-Legged Chairs. Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up? Hey, how's it going?
Why don't you introduce yourselves?
I'm Justin. I'm the lead singer and guitar player for Three-Legged Chairs.
I'm Kyle. I play guitar and do backup vocals for Three-Legged Chairs.
I'm Shay, and I'm the drummer for Three-Legged Chairs.
I'm Cameron, and I play the bass, and I also backup sing.
Straighten your mind from all those evil thoughts that force this life apart.
He'll come up with a riff or something, show it to me, and then I'll make something off of it, and then we'll write lyrics. And I just put everything together. I'll write a bass line and then bring it all together and add a beat behind it. We're gonna do what we want to do, and we're not gonna conform our music to a certain type for the public to be like, this is what we want you to do.
So tell me about your favorite show.
Don't mind
Definitely
Can't stay shit.
Yeah.
three-legged chairs, and you're listening to Z88.
I can't believe they're in high school. They have so much room to grow. It's going to be super cool to see where they are in like 5 years.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent in that group, and they were so fun to talk to. I know we haven't heard the last of them.
But sadly, you're going to hear the last of us. Well, until the next show. Kelly, you did such a great job hosting. I think we make a pretty fun team.
This was so much fun. I think I'll come back for the next episode if that's cool.
Yeah, I guess we'll keep you around.
Thanks, Riley. We'll see you all back here for our next episode, but in the meantime, check us out on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ZTV Lowdown.
Stay classy, Akron.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. To find out how you can make Emmy-winning media, visit the UA School of Communication online. ZTV. Make media. Make a difference.